Hi Sagittarius, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your July 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job, your career, looking at where is it that you may want to change up your job or your career. If this is something that you are trying to gain more clients or get more exposure or climb the corporate ladder or get out of your job altogether, this is a great energy to look at. Now, if you haven't already looked at those July monthlies, Sag, I already have those up on Scorpio Soul Time. You can look under the monthly tarot reading playlist. Every month I make sure and do a career reading for you separately so that you can just focus on that. So check the description box below. I have those links as well as all of the calendar dates for July. So let's get right into it. You start off that first week of July with the Devil card, Capricorn energy there, as well as the Six of Cups. Second week of the month finds you with the Queen of Wands, as well as the Queen of Cups. So two queens the second week of the month, Sag. Third week, some type of congratulatory news could come in, Six of Wands, as well as the Four of Wands. Definitely something positive there. Fourth week of the month, Sag, comes the Three of Swords. Interesting after that nice week you just had. And the Knight of Swords. So possibly rushing into something too quickly. So interesting mix here. I think it's interesting that you do have all of that female energy there with that Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, and then all of those wands, happy news there in the third week. So let's ask Spirit to send you a card representing the energy you moved out of June with and that you're bringing into the month of July. And that is the Fountain card and the Eight of Wands. So what I think is interesting about the Fountain card is that Scorpio just got that card, and that is a card that is special to just this deck, which is called the Fountain Tarot. And it is like that infinity card of where is it that cycles need to be broken or need to be realized. And I do think that, coupled with the Eight of Wands in reverse, does suggest that some of you all are trying to build some type of, I just heard empire, but maybe some of you are trying to get a business off the ground, or you've been trying to get some type of project off the ground, but it just hasn't been moving in the way that you want. And Spirit is telling you to reimagine how you do this project or how you are going about trying to get through a cycle, because something there needs to be either broken or it needs to be realized so that you can rejigger it and do better the next time. And I do think that many of you all are going to come into July with this sense of like achievement, but at the same time, you're like spinning your wheels. And I feel like that Eight of Wands is like, don't keep doing that. It's not helpful for you and you're not getting where you want to go. Okay, so you're going to have to be a hangman and think of something in a different light, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and ask Spirit to send you an oracle message for the month of July. And you have emotional withdrawal. So I do think that this is very interesting because you have this positive news here, but then you have this Three of Swords and Knight of Swords. And so there is something here where there's some type of emotional withdrawal. Now, this could be at your job. This could be people around you. This could be your home life possibly affecting what is going on at work. And therefore, that is an emotional withdrawal. I would question, Sagittarius, what is it that is making you feel this way? Make sure that you are looking at the facts and you're not just going on pure emotion, especially at work, because I do think that it's easy to get caught up in all of the politics and office drama and forget yourself, right? And so this emotional withdrawal is like, take some time for yourself if you need it, Sag. Regroup, come back with a fresh mental state so that you are not carrying this into your work life. Okay, so I looked through your cards and it looks like the first half of the month, someone from your past could come and give you some type of help or healing. I think it's some type of motherly figure, maybe a past boss that you really like that was more nurturing. They don't have to be a female, but it definitely has some kind of feminine energy that first half of the month. And by the time you get to the second half of the month, it's like you have a clear delineation between the first half and the second half, because the second half of the month, it's like there's some type of congratulatory news here, but it feels like maybe your family life or something is off, meaning like you had some good news at work, but then you come home and you're maybe quarreling with your partner or your kids are acting crazy. Whatever that is, by the time you get to the end of the month, you are in a rush mentally to get past it. Okay, so make sure that you're taking the time though to deal with it before you're just rushing on. Okay, so that's some news that I just heard in my ear. So let's go week by week. So we start off that first week of July with Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Remember, we just had Saturn retrograde in Pisces the end of June. And now we have Mercury entering Leo both on the 2nd, and then the new moon in Cancer on the 5th. During this first week, this Capricorn energy, you could have some type of goals, some type of... It feels like you had a dream of how this job should go or how your career should go, and someone from your past comes and reminds you that you're still on the right track. You just may have to change it up a little. You might have to rethink it. Remember this Fountain and 8 of Wands. Something is like a cycle that you've been on for too long, and it's time to move on from it. It's time to reimagine how that can look in the future. And I do think that this second week of July is really positive for you, because you have someone who is possibly a higher up person, someone who is a more nurturing, possibly manager, or this could be you helping colleagues. Somewhere here, there's this nurturing Venus entering Leo on the 11th that really could help you. Sun in Cancer trine Saturn in Pisces on the 10th. So definitely emotional connections here. And I think this is really necessary for you, Sag, because it does feel like you're wanting someone who can assist you in the emotional part of your life. And especially since you have that emotional withdrawal, reach out to people around you, ask for help. Don't feel like you are doing all this alone, and make sure that you are realizing that there are people in your corner. So I think that's really helpful for you that second week of July. Now, by the time you get to the third week of the July, this is when the energy starts shifting here, because by the time we get to the 15th of July, when we have Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, this is heated money conversations. And by the time we get to the 20th, Mars entering Gemini, and that second Capricorn full moon on the 22nd, and then Sun enters Leo on the 22nd. So 21st is second Capricorn full moon, 22nd is Sun entering Leo. Somewhere here, congratulatory news comes in, but it feels like you're not as excited because your home life or something is pulling at your heartstrings. Something is, maybe a person has left the household. Maybe this is something dealing with your children, but it does feel like this is like mixed emotions. Like you feel good at work, or maybe you feel good at home, and then some kind of thing where you come to work and you don't feel as great. There's this mixed emotions there. And I do feel like by the time you move to that last week of the month, after the Sun enters Leo, we have Mercury entering Virgo on the 25th, and then Chiron retrograde begins on the 26th. Like I said, I do feel like there's some type of healing needed. There is some type of thing you're trying to hurry up and get past, and Spirit wants to remind you, take care of your business, take care of what needs to occur, see the cycle through, and don't rush. 8 of Wands is that card of rushing, but it is in reverse, and so it does feel like, make sure you're not mentally just like, okay, I'm fine, I'm done, and you're like through it, and then it keeps festering later on. So keep that in mind, Sagittarius, because it does feel like you have like a mixed mixed bag month. Really good news could come in, but then you're dealing with some type of emotional withdrawal as well. This could be your home life mixed with career life. Just take it all in stride and know that once you move through this energy, as you come into August, I do think a lot of this emotional withdrawal will clear up. But as long as you actually address it, okay? Don't just try to move past it. So I hope this was helpful for you, Sagittarius. Take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video series, and I'll talk to you later.